Hello fun friends, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hey, I'm Savannah. Today I am sharing 25 things I have quit since becoming a minimalist. Let's get into it. Number one is something that I quit from my digital realm. It is social media, specifically Instagram. I am a firm believer that we are our thoughts. We are what we think about all day long. And if you are surfing Instagram all day like I was before, you're not really controlling what comes into your orbit, comes into your world. And I have just loved living my life off Instagram. People want to check in with me, they can give me a phone call. You really learn who cares to really be in your life. This next thing that I quit goes hand in hand with being off social media, which is I am now not taking pictures of every little thing that I do. I was definitely that girl updating my story, just little beep bop beeps of my life, just kind of showing everybody I'm doing good. This is what I'm up to. But honestly, that is kind of an exhausting way to live. I don't really bring my phone out a lot of places now if we're going out to eat or going on a walk, and I don't have this crazy overwhelming iPhone gallery of pictures of random stuff. The next thing I quit was also with my phone, which is notifications. I have turned off every single notification on my phone possible. You guys, if you don't have the notifications popping up, you are way less distracted by your phone. Every once in a while, once a month or quarterly, go into those settings, turn off notifications, and you'll be so less bothered by your phone and finding yourself reaching for it a lot less. The next thing that I have quit since adopting a minimalist mindset is I have quit buying food in bulk. You guys, this one, I was always shopping the sale, stocking up on pasta. I think we have the mindset as Americans, just buying more for cheaper is always better. But at least for me, I don't know how your house works. I really prefer the kind of more European approach of shopping daily or even a few times a week. And that just works better for me as far as cooking. I know what I have in my inventory. It's easier to manage. I have a lot less waste. And the thing I actually love the most about it is viewing these things in my fridge and in my pantry as a luxury. The next thing I have quit is hyper-focusing on my future. I used to sit at my desk at work and daydream, constantly making lists, mapping out schedules for vacations, apartment rentals, and always fantasizing about the future. I feel like I really was never living in the moment or being present, and I don't think I was really grounded where I was. And now that I own a lot less, I'm not as focused on wanting more. I have so much more contentment just with my regular life, my daily life. And I wish I just realized sooner that my life in the present is very fabulous. It doesn't have to be this grand thing happening down the line. And it's funny, I'm sure you realize this, once you actually have the thing you're pining after, that apartment or that vacation, it really just loses its luster. And then you're just wanting the next thing. So that's been a big one for me. Another thing that minimalism has helped me quit is having a huge, massive laundry pileup / laundry taking over my entire weekend. When you don't own that many clothes, you're not doing as much laundry. I think I do laundry more frequently, but it's just tiny little loads. I have time to care for my clothes, fix them if they're broken, and they're just always washed, they're always hung up. I used to spend like one horrible weekend every month doing mountains and mountains of laundry, and it was super stressful and just like gross. And I always felt guilty like I wasn't taking care of my clothes. So definitely having a minimalist wardrobe has helped me get away from crazy laundry and just stay on top of it and feel super solid about it. Another thing that I have quit since minimizing my life is getting my nails done. I remember getting my nails done in high school for dances simply because everybody else was. I honestly didn't even like how mine looked. I didn't like how everyone else's looked. I had those square tips, French manicure. That was the thing in like 2006. And frankly, I don't like going to salons. It's never been my thing. I'm actually very uncomfortable with like other people touching me and doing things for me. I'm a really DIY kind of lady, and also the cost, oh my goodness. But above anything for me, I don't like the anxiety that comes along with painting your nails. Even if I'm just doing it myself, for me, it's just a countdown until they're going to get ruined, and then I have to worry about fixing it and maintaining it. So for me, I don't do my nails at all anymore. I just think it's simpler, and I want my life to be simple. This next one is so good. One of the best parts of minimalism. I have quit searching for things around my house for hours on end. The lint roller, some batteries, that one pair of yoga pants. I would spend so much time searching for those things. Usually when I was already late for a party or late for work, I would just tear up my house digging for it. But as I mentioned, now everything in my house has a home, it has a true place, and so I would say I very, very rarely am searching for this missing object, and life is so much better. There are so many statistics about the actual time that you add up in your life searching for things, and it is truly alarming. It's like days and weeks and months of your life you ultimately spend searching for like missing keys. So that part of minimalism is really rewarding. Okay, I love this next one. I was the biggest culprit of this. I have quit buying a new outfit for every single occasion in my life. You guys, I was that girl in my teens, in my 20s, up until just a few years ago. I was buying a new dress, a new outfit for every vacation, wedding, etc. I just wanted to look stylish and beautiful and well dressed. But now I just don't find it necessary to be shopping so frequently. I actually think it's so much more beautiful and cool to see someone rewearing something. It just shows that someone has the confidence to rock what they already have, that they have a piece that's built to last. I feel like that's like the French way, right? Or like the European way, is having a smaller wardrobe of things you love and wear throughout your life. The next thing I have quit is having a big friend group. You guys, having a lot of friends was something I always defined myself by. I am a very outgoing person, a social person. I have always prioritized socializing in my life. And after college, I really tried to maintain so many of these connections. And as I was getting older, entering my mid to late 20s, I was realizing not all these people were reciprocating, and realized, yeah, it's not all about me. I realized it was a big part of my ego, and defining myself was having all these connections. When you think about it, you only have so much time in a day, and it's much better to be a really stellar friend to a few friends than spreading yourself super thin. Once I took a step back and kind of surveyed my life and my friendships, I decided just to focus on a few good friends. So I literally got out a pen and paper and I wrote down a short list of names of people I really wanted to focus my time and intentions. And again, quitting social media also helps with that. I keep alluding back to that, but once you're offline, you realize only a few people are actually going to pick up the phone to call you, and then you just quickly realize who those people are, and it's really a warm, fuzzy feeling because you have that inner circle to rely on. The next thing that I quit is going hard for the holidays. Ever since I got my own apartment, started dating my husband, I always went hard for every holiday, going to Target, going to TJ Maxx, and just buying a crazy amount of decor and just totally taking over our apartment. And it always looked good. It always looked very, very festive. But the amount of time I spent on it, the money I spent on it, they're pretty much all plasticky, garbagey things. I'm just not into it anymore. I definitely have grown out of it. And for me, the holidays are way, way, way more about quality time, spending just time being in the present, singing, laughing, cooking, and just being there. And for me, these crazy decorations are quite a bit of a distraction. Don't get me wrong, I love a good craft. I do love decorating still, but I like to focus on things that are a bit more natural and sustainable. So I'm bringing in, like a popcorn garland for the tree, or I'm bringing in leaves from outside and sticks when it's fall to decorate my home, instead of buying like a plastic leaf garland, if that makes sense. So yes, I go a lot less hard on the holidays, but I'm actually more there mentally in the holidays. Speaking of holiday decor and TJ Maxx, another thing I have quit is buying candles in high volume. When I got pregnant a couple years ago, started doing a deep dive into all things toxic, just learning a bit more, I realized all the candles I was getting at TJ Maxx weren't the best thing. You guys, I was burning those all hours of the day, nonstop. I think I just felt like I deserved to have this simple luxury, same with like a glass of wine. When I started moving back away from lighting all these candles, just not wanting to breathe in the fumes, I really just like grew accustomed to not having the fragrances in my house. And I feel like now a lot of the fragrances in these candles just smell super artificial to me and a little bit off-putting. And I don't feel like I absolutely need them. So for me, I hardly buy candles. When I do get them as a gift, of course I like them. I love them, they're nice, but I'm not like bulking up like crazy and buying like 5 to 10 at a time, which I used to do like every other month. Another thing I've quit as a minimalist is shopping the clearance rack first. I would beeline for that clearance rack no matter what. Any store, even if I was just in the thrift store. I think that's just how I was raised. And you guys, I feel like my closet was just made up of a lot of random things, a hodgepodge, a collage, if you will, of just sale rack items. And usually things are on the sale rack for a reason. The fit is off, the color is a little off, there's something funky about it. Even though you're getting a deal, I find that I save more money just shopping full price things that I really love and buying less. So I'm just not hitting the clearance rack as much anymore. Skincare, you guys. I haven't quit it completely, but man, an elaborate 10-step routine, I have quit that. And for me, my skin does so much better with less. I never realized I had sensitive skin. I would tell everybody when I was younger, oh, I have really tough skin. I like doing the scrubs. I like doing the peels. Why did I think that was working? My skin was not happy, but I have really stripped down, minimized my routine, and now my skin is much happier and I feel like I hardly get breakouts. This next one is simple. I have quit having a huge makeup collection. I like to keep it bright and tight. I don't got the palettes. I don't have the primers and all of those things. Frankly, I'm not even good at makeup and I do a lot better just with a few little products. So I have decluttered all of my makeup. I just keep a few little things in my bag and I am golden with that. Another thing that I've quit since becoming a minimalist is I have quit rushing through life. I'm one of those people that moves really fast. I'm super active, but I have always wanted to be that calm person. And let me tell you, through doing minimalism, I have truly slowed down. My house is a peaceful, safe haven for me. I used to have a crazy tornado of clothes and a super messy closet. I could never find what to wear. Therefore, I was rushing to work, always speeding in my car. And these days, I'm just okay driving the speed limit, maybe even a little bit slower. And if people get annoyed at me on the road, I find that I can kind of zoom out and have a perspective that, you know what, they're just caught up in the chaos. I've been there, I'm gonna let them go, and I'm just less irked by, I guess, other people, and I'm just in my own zone chilling. Something else that I have quit is having a messy car. I would have the grossest, messiest car. The trunk would be filled with shoes, old soccer cleats, like rotting soccer socks, disgusting, trash, you name it, water bottles rolled under the seats. But these days, now that I own less, my rule for myself is having a home for every single thing like in my life of my possessions. And so if I have my bag in the car or a book in the car, like those have a place in my house. So I actually leave 0 things in my car. And this is also something I've adopted from my husband's family. They keep their cars so pristine, and I swear they look brand new like 10 years after they have their cars. That's my car goal. So I never leave anything in my car, and I don't have an embarrassing messy car when I pick up friends. It's always pretty dang clean, even if it's not recently cleaned. Speaking of cars, I have quit my desire, my need to have a cool, new, brand new car. I had the same car for the last 10 years, this little Nissan Versa. I got it right out of college, and we just sold it because we're now living on the road out of Airbnbs for this next 6 months to a year, TBD, and we just have one car. And it's funny, I'm a mom now. Everyone's asking me, what are you gonna get for your mom car? Are you gonna get like a nice SUV, what are they called? Yeah, SUV. And I used to want a new car so bad, but it's funny, like I just don't care about having a fancy car. Yes, I'll need to get a car eventually when we settle down and we'll need to, you know, be in 2 places at once, my husband and I, but right now with our life, we are good just sharing a car. So I have quit the desire to have the newest, cutest, best car. I feel like that's truly a social status thing. And I am just at a place that I don't care about appearing wealthy or well-to-do or like I have my shit together. Like I do have my shit together and I don't need a new Jeep to prove that to the world. Another thing that I have quit is fast fashion. And you guys, I'm not claiming to be a saint or an angel. I definitely hit fast fashion shops every so often. I'll need things in a bind. I'll hit the Gap or Target and pick something up. But even when I do, every single time, I find those pieces just don't last. And with having a pretty small wardrobe, I'm looking for pieces that can better stand the test of time. Ooh, this next one is a good one. I have quit emotionally shopping. This is something I did all the time. I was not aware of it, but after some self-reflection, I realized I was just scrolling online, shopping, just on my phone, on my laptop. Anytime I was just like lonely, sad, stressed, just any negative emotion, it was definitely my pacifier. And for me these days, that is not how I spend my time. I'm not saying I never ever do it. I definitely will pop online here or there, but it's not my go-to thing. Also, when it comes to shopping, I have a cool off period. It kind of just depends on the item, but I will always sleep on it before pulling the trigger the next day or wait like a few weeks or months if it's a bigger purchase. And I find that I do so many fewer impulse buys, and I'm not relying on shopping to be this emotional crutch for myself. Ooh, this is another one that I love. This is that I have quit judging myself. I was just my own worst critic. I know that we all are, but I would so harshly judge so many things about myself, mistakes I had made in the past. Maybe it's something I said to someone, a choice I had made in college or just in my early 20s. And I just found to let those things go, just like move down the stream, the river with the wind, however you want to visualize it. And for me, that also is with like my stuff, as far as like holding on to things. Maybe it was an impulse buy. Again, I'm not perfect with shopping, but these things that I would judge myself on, being messy, having clutter, I just have a lot more grace. I'm really a lot more kind with myself, and I have a lot more patience. Like if my house is messy, I'm just like, yeah, you had a hard week. Like set some time aside and get it decluttered and work on your house again and get it to the place you want it to be. So I don't know, I find that that has been the biggest lesson. Another thing I have quit as a minimalist is having as much sentimental attachment to physical things, especially just sentimental items, things from my past. I learned a lot of this through Marie Kondo's book, again, The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up. If you haven't read it or listened to it on an audiobook, it is truly life-changing, like it is. But yes, in that book, basically Marie Kondo talks about things we hold on to from our past, or just things that define us. Like, what books do you keep on your shelf because you care what other people like see on your shelf when they come over? Like, that's some food for thought. Maybe that resonates with you. That one did for me. I literally have had that thought before. It was like, what do the books on my shelf say about me? Like, come on, get over yourself. Like, nobody cares. I actually don't even hold on to like actual physical books anymore. I just keep the memory alive up here, the story in my head, and then I just kind of declutter them. So that's what I mean when I say I've quit having as much sentimental attachment to physical things. I know that everything I need is up here in my mind, and I want to be present, and I feel like a lot of physical things hold us back in the past. Something else that I have quit is the need or the desire for the latest and greatest technology. I feel like this one goes along with the new car thing. It's such a status symbol having the newest iPhone, the best laptop. I remember in college, everybody had like an Apple Mac computer, and my dad had got me some. I mean, it was a fine computer. It worked great. It was literally just an HP computer, but I felt like less than, which is just like so bratty and entitled. And I desperately wanted that Apple computer, and I definitely was that way for a bit of my life. And I just don't care anymore. Like, as long as I have a phone that works, I do think it's important to have functioning technology so that you can like do what you need to do to make your life more simple. But I don't think you need to have like the best and the greatest. At least I don't have to like prove my worth or have my status in the world at a certain level. Like, if I can send a text, I'm chilling. Another thing that I have quit, digitally speaking, is marketing emails. You guys, unsubscribe. There's nothing I hate more than marketing emails, and it's funny because that literally was my job, but I don't know. They just make you want to shop. I don't need to shop. I don't need anything else, and they just junk up my day. The amount of time I spend just like deleting them. I'm not a person that can just let them sit in the inbox. I have to delete. So by unsubscribing, I feel like I save myself a ton of time there. So I have fully quit that part of my life. And my last one, number 25, and this one is similar to sentimental physical things. This is, I have quit dwelling on past relationships, past situations, mistakes, dramas, just those things that keep you up at night, that keep your thoughts kind of moving and grooving. Focusing on just like negative things that have happened, bad things, things you could have done better, could have done differently, maybe something you wish someone else had done better or differently. Those things are in the past, and I found that with being present and focused on moving forward in my life, not too far in the future where I'm obsessing, not so far in the past that I can't let go, just being right here, grounded in today, in this moment, that has really helped me. It really let go of and forget about things that I would just like spend a lot of time ruminating obsessive thoughts about the way things could have gone differently. And you know what? Like, you are where you're supposed to be, whether that's like fate or just is what it is. We are where we are, and so I'm happy to be here, and I'm quitting focusing so much on the past. Like, it's still there, it's just taking up less space in my mind and my day to day. So that's that. Those are all of the things that I have quit. I mean, not all of them. I've quit a lot more. I could have also like inverted this title or perspective of all the things that I've gained or that I do now that are new. But I also like the perspective of what I've quit or like let go of, because there's so much we can let go of. I feel like that's actually what minimalism is all about, is like letting go and stripping down and just kind of being present and having the things you need in a utilitarian way to really pursue your true like joys and creativity and interests, and pursue those around you, whether it's a small circle of friends, a small circle of family, whatever you have in your life. At least that's what it has like fostered in my life and what it has brought me. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like, subscribe. It is YouTube after all. I'd love to have you here joining the family. And please comment below anything that you have quit personally in your life, whether you're a minimalist or not. Maybe it's just a lesson that has come with age. I would love to hear some like sage advice and just like life experience in the comments. I think that'd be really, really sweet. I'll catch you guys in my video next week. Have a super fun day, you guys. Love you. Bye.